Hello! Well, today on Chuckin Dirt, we're at a different 1800s home site. This house is just beautiful. I wish I could show it to you. It's very, very beautiful. It's got a lot of really old, your 1800s style trim, your mid-1800s to late. And the homeowners have bedecked it with some interesting color. It gives the house a lot of personality. I really like it. You can see from the front garden, I can show you that. The house has just got tons of personality, lots of charms and butterflies and little baubles, little planetoids and things like that. Isn't that cool? That's nice. So I've been working the front yard. I worked it with the homeowner for a little while. Oh, hello, kitty. Hello, puss. Didn't even see you come out here. Been working just this front yard area with the homeowner. We dug up a few modern coins, Matchbox car, and then she went inside to take care of dinner, and I dug this lovely item. I have the knocks out, but for some reason I seem to be using the HE Pro right now. I do love my Pro. And this was a good mid-50s signal, 55, 56. It looks like brass to me. It's quite lovely, but I don't know what it is. It's very, very thin, and it seems to be full of something or other. I think that that's a post and that's a post, so I think this was a pin or a brooch. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, it's got a lot of personality. We'll clean it up, show you the high-res pictures. But pretty neat, huh? All right. Well, let's see what else is here, History awaits. Well, here we go again. Kind of a sketchy signal. Not too deep, but interesting. What do you suppose this is? Now, if I'm going to guess, that might be like a scrollwork letter. It might be part of a car emblem. Not sure, though. Let's retrieve it. Oh, it is a letter, I think. Well, it looks like it could be a D or a Q. I think it's a D. Interesting. Very, very thin. Come on. I don't see like any enamel or writing on it. I'm not sure what letter that is. I'm going to say D. And I believe the homeowner's first name begins with D, so this might actually belong to her. That'd be funny. Pretty neat. Cool. I don't think this D has any friends. Oh. That sounds like iron. Let's see. Yeah, that's iron. Okay, well, interesting. We'll see what comes out of the ground next. Well, it's getting dark. I'm going to have to come back because there's 2.5 acres of land going right out that way into the woods. And I'm not even done with the lawn. I puttered around in the side yard. We found a weedy spill, like 3 or 4 Wheaties, all from the 50s. These are all the other things that I dug. I was looking for one last good find before I went, and this is it. This definitely qualifies as a good find. It's beautiful. Have a look at this. Isn't that the prettiest escutcheon you've ever seen? Look at the detail on it. Now you can see there's a hole there and a hole there. I think there was a handle that came out, and this was on like a dresser drawer, and you pulled it out by pulling on that handle. So I think that's what it is. I think it's an escutcheon for a drawer handle, and it is just gorgeous. Beautiful piece of brass. Wasn't too deep. The owner did tell me when she was putting in her garden here that she kept digging up bits of pottery and glass, so this may have been a bottle dump at one point. But that's just precious. Just glorious. That's a beautiful, beautiful escutcheon. All right. Nice note to end on. So we'll wrap up in a minute, and then we'll call it quits for this site, and maybe we'll come back sometime next week. I got a lot to do. We have got a hunt on Saturday with Tracey and Deep Metal Marcia, and maybe some other folks. We're going to hunt an old orchard that's been bulldozed down. So it may be good, maybe bad. We'll see. Well, it's been a good hunt. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me, but it's time to wrap up. So let's have a look at what we've got. All right, so we got a big old piece of bean pot there. Old square nail, plenty of those. Cold water knob from something. A piece of a toy motorcycle. That's plastic and metal, so it's new. Big letter D. Love the D. We got ourselves some wheat pennies. This beautiful brooch, I think, or pin. Some toy cars. This little buckle. And this little buckle is not symmetrical. It's kind of, I don't know how you describe it. Sloped, tilted. Makes me think that it is meant for something that has a left side or a right side. So maybe it's part of a bridle, say, and this is for like the left side of the bridle. You know, and it would be going the other way if it was for the right side of the bridle. That's what my guess is. Nice piece of brass. This little bit of copper. It does have some fancy on it. Not sure what it is. May have been part of an old buckle. That beautiful escutcheon you just saw me dig. A little toy car made in Hong Kong. One of those. Could be a fuse or something. Not sure. And this lovely old spoon. No maker's mark. Very, very plain. But was very, very deep. I'm sure it was silver plated at one time. It looks like copper. But the silver plating's all gone. And lots of clad. Lots and lots of clad. You know, they may have had, you know, a yard sale or two over the years in this yard. No super old coins yet. Got the feeling that this front yard area here had been regraded, but the yard on the other side of the driveway sounded different, and that's where I started finding wheat pennies. So, I don't know. I think the property has a lot of possibilities. I'm looking forward to coming back. But I've run out of time for today. Hey guys!
Hello!
Hello!
I'm here with Deep Metal Marcia.
Hello.
Seeker 84, aka Tracey. And we're going to do a little hunt on some land that Tracey lined up for us. Tracey, can you tell us a little bit about the land?
This is an old orchard that's looking to work with a fella who bought the orchard land, and it's about 5 acres of land, and where we're standing right now is just like the start of it, and he's in the process of clearing it all. He's eventually going to build a house here, and I've got permission here to come anytime I want.
Thank you.
What do you know about the age of the land or anything that might used to have been on it?
I know there used to be an old house over here that burnt down. There's an old barn that is no longer, that was on this land, but I think it's down in that other part of the orchard.
All right.
Revolutionary grape shot friend's house, which is like across the street, which was a 10-ounce lead ball.
Wow.
So there's just history here.
It's heating up, and I've been digging hard. Apparently, I found the firing range, and I've dug a whole bunch of these, maybe half a dozen of these. Well, I think they're 30-aught rifle shells, so a whole bunch of them. So it's starting to get a little discouraged. Got a high tone here. I don't think it's particularly old. Not a coin or anything. Doesn't have a date stamped on it. But at least it's not a golf ball or... I found a whole bunch of golf balls lying around here. A golf ball or a rifle shell. Here, have a look. That's the back plate to a thermometer. Not old. But it doesn't have Celsius on it, so it's probably, you know, earlier than the 70s. The comfort meter. Fahrenheit. Yep, just seems to be like a copper alloy plate or something. Nothing too interesting, but beats nothing. Anyway, gonna keep looking. Thought I heard Tracey saying something, so she may have found something. We'll check in with her eventually. Yeah, this firing range is not working out, so I'm gonna try further around here and see what happens, and then I'll maybe move up into the field. There is a second field that we're going to go to today. It's part of this property, but you got to drive to get there, so we'll probably be heading over there in an hour or two. Anyway, let's keep looking, see if we can find something that's actually old. Ground's very quiet. All right, put it in my hand.
Yay!
Wow!
A Krale bell, number one Krale bell.
I always wanted one.
Can I brush it?
Yes, please.
Look at that. It's got the floral pattern on it.
It's so weird. I was like, it sounded good, and I'm gonna dig.
That's a number one for sure.
Yeah.
That's a number one. What's
Small,
a number one?
smallest size.
I
Smallest
love
size.
that one. That's the one you like, Chuck. This one.
I like them all.
Oh, Nancy's gonna be jealous.
Oh, wow. You
I
know,
bet
a
you
lot of
that's got
people
the
go
dinger in
years
it.
without finding these.
Really? I'm doing good. 1 cent or whatever you call
That's
it.
because I found the
And now,
horseshoe.
yeah.
I found a horseshoe.
You gave me a good luck.
Yeah.
The jingler's in it.
It is?
Yep.
Oh my God.
You want to hear it ring for the first time in 100
Yes.
years?
Yes, I
Okay, here we
do.
go. You should ring it. Give me the camera.
Okay.
Give me the camera.
Okay.
Wait until I say go.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
Our ears.
Welcome.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Bam.
All right, I'm doing good this week. Woo-hoo.
That is so
Oh,
awesome.
It's so precious. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This is a beautiful brass Krale bell, size 1. These would have been strung on horses' bridles and on wagons to alert people that the horse was coming. You're familiar with the Christmas Carol jingle bells? That's what they were talking about. Krale bells is what that's called.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Marcia, some people go years without finding one.
Really?
Yeah.
A huge scent, and now this.
Yeah. You got a large scent. Marcia got a large scent earlier in the week,
Yep.
and now she's got a Krale bell.
Yay! I'm so excited.
And it still dingles and it's whole. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
Not even
Nancy
squished.
would like that.
Well, good for Marcia.
Yay! Thank you.
I want a Krale bell. Let's see if I can get one. Not that I want a bottom feed or anything, but where did you find that? Okay. I think we're all going to go over there. Oh, man. All I'm finding. 20 gauge. Shotgun. And then this thing looks like a mailbox plate. And it has a bullet hole in it. Somebody was using it for target practice. And it looks like, there probably was something hanging on it originally, some sort of sign. That's just right here where we parked. We're kind of bottom feeding because Marcia had her Krale bell up here, which makes total sense. This is the entrance. Then 100 years ago, this would have been a good place to park your horse and wagon, right? That's a good place to find a Krale bell. Very, very happy for Marcia. Me, I'm not doing so good. I'm finding just a lot of modern junk. Tons and tons of golf balls. I must have about 8 or 9 of them in my bag. It's crazy. And rifle rounds. Well, that's okay. At some point we'll move on to the other field and maybe I'll have better luck there. Whew. Alright. But the day is young. I'm not, but the day is, so history awaits. So, I think we're done with this field.
Yeah. I know there's still stuff in here, but I want to hit the other one.
So there's a second field that was the orchard.
Yep.
We're going to try that out.
Yes.
Yeah. Tracey had a really cool toy wheel, probably from an old kid's truck or something. And of course, Marcia had the Krale bell. So far, she's the winner of the day. I had 26 cents, all modern. Killer, I know. Anyway, we're gonna roll. See you on the other side. Whew. I have been working very hard. It's very hot. We're now in the other field. This is the orchard, or what used to be an orchard. All the trees have been removed. I think that's an apple tree. There's still a few scrabbly apple trees. But I believe I just got my first piece of history for the day. And this is a bona fide piece of history. Have a look at this, see if you can figure out what it is. Certified, or certi for certified, and then it says Cort, C-O-R-T. And then on the back it's got some numbers and letters, FTA 925. What do you think that is? It's got a little wire running through it too, see? I'll tell you what this is. This is most likely a bale seal. It's made of lead. A bale seal or a bag seal, which would have been used to denote that a container full of some kind of produce or product met the required weight. So, you know, if you were guaranteeing 1 bushel of something, you would put a bale seal on it to seal it shut and say, okay, this is it, this is sealed. And C-O-R-T? Cortland, maybe? I suspect it was for apples. Someone was out here picking apples, and then they'd, you know, a farmhand, and then they'd bring them to the farmer, and the farmer would weigh them, and when they had the right number, whatever it was, they would seal it up with a bale seal, and then they'd be paid, probably, something like that. So, there you go. Beautiful little piece of history. Solid lead, and I was getting discouraged. So, nice to finally pull something out. Mwah! Told you history awaits. Just gotta go out and get it. Whew, come on in. Come on in, my friends.
Bring it in.
Bring it in. Hi.
Bring
hey,
it in.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm not squeezing your butt.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, I'm tired. You tired?
I'm exhausted.
You tired?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're very, very tired. A lot of work. Not a lot to show for it, but a couple interesting finds. So let's have a look. We at least each got one thing that's kind of cool.
Yay.
So let's have a look. Tracy, let's see your cool thing. What was your cool thing today?
I got a Roger spoon, and it has some maker's marks on it. My guess is late 1800s to early 1900s.
Cool.
It looks to be silver plated.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah. There's definitely a maker's mark there.
That's cool.
So you'll be able to probably look up the mark and the pattern.
Yep.
Yeah.
And get a date on that puppy.
Ooh.
I think you're right. I think it is a Rogers.
Yeah, and I bet you there's more in here. I'm just too tired to dig for it.
Probably. All right, Marcia, let's see your super cool find. Deep metal Marcia.
Find of the day.
Find of the day. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
Yeah.
Crotobell, size 1.
Still dingles.
Yes.
Go, Marcia. All right, that's lovely. And my find of the day, well, you guys saw me dig that, nice little clad, but this was my find of the day. It appears to be a lead bale seal, and my guess is it's for apples, since this used to be an orchard, and it says Cort right on it.
That's
so
cool.
my bet is it was for Cortland apples. I don't know what FGA 925 means on the back, but
No. It's
that
cool.
is definitely lead,
Lead.
and I can see a little bit of the white patina showing, so
Beautiful.
pretty old.
Yep. 1900s.
Oh,
And this is old too.
that's very old. That's beautiful. You got the best find of the day. No one's arguing that.
1800s, easy, late 1800s.
Yeah, easy,
Yeah.
easy.
Oh, okay.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's right up there with your large sun that you found.
Yeah.
That being solid brass, she'll be able to shine that right up if she wants to.
I would leave it just like it is.
Yeah, I would too.
Don't put water on it.
Don't mess with it.
No,
I'm not messing with it.
no. Is that Kevin? Hey, buddy.
Looks like the landowners come by to say hello.
Yes,
So I'm going to
hi.
say goodbye to you. I want to thank you for coming along with me.
Open it up.
Really enjoyed having you along with me and Marcia
Thank you.
and Tracy. And hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you on the next hunt. Say goodbye, Marcia.
Bye. Oh my God, you're so brave, Chuck. Gotta do it.
Oh, yeah.
Woohoo! You're so brave and hero. Oh my word. That's so crazy.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's great.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
Ah.